All right, we're getting some breaking news. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar to meet U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio today at 8:30 p.m. India Standard Time. So, India's External Affairs Minister, who is in the United States, will be meeting his counterpart of United States, Marco Rubio. Today, this is going to be very, very important because this is also happening in the backdrop of when India's Commerce Minister is also in the United States. Let me also quickly go across to my colleague, Sanjay Surya on this. Sanjay, Jaishankar will be meeting Marco Rubio today. What is expected from this meeting?
Well, it's rather interesting that the two ministers are going to be here in Washington through the day, and these are the two tracks that really are vital for India, but the two tracks have been proceeding at cross purposes. If you look at the political part of the relationship, there has been very strong support to it from Marco Rubio. He has spoken of India as one of the most important partners and relationships of the US for the 21st century. He has said that they are natural partners, that they are proceeding to work together. But that has been undercut by some other decisions from the US, particularly on the trade and tariff front. And not only on that, on tariffs, we've had no breakthrough. We've had a 50% tariff on India that has not gone away, despite warm words exchanged between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi. The US is sticking on to that. We've had the decision now on the H-1B visa. That's not what India would have liked to see. We have a decision on the Chabahar port. That's not what India would like to see. There are decisions that the US is taking that have become difficult for India, and these cannot be separated entirely from political relationships. And that really is what this meeting is expected to confront with a view to beginning to resolve.
And Sanjay, since Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal is also in the United States, what is the sense that you're getting from the Trump administration there? Are they willing to really go with what India has been saying, that they will not compromise national interests? For them, farmers, youth are of very significant importance.
Well, India certainly cannot compromise on some issues. These are being spoken of as red lines, and particularly we're talking about the Indian decision to limit agricultural imports from the US. There have been demands from the US. Earlier it was dairy products. India has had a difficulty with that. And then Howard Lutnick, the US Commerce Secretary, has been complaining about India not buying enough corn, given the fact that a lot of the corn in the US is GM, genetically modified, that India has a problem with importing. Also, India grows plenty of corn of its own. So this now is a new demand from Howard Lutnick. He is the opposite number of Piyush Goyal here in Washington, and the visit of Piyush Goyal certainly would be a visit that will confront, if not Howard Lutnick directly on this, then these demands that are coming from the US, and try to see if a compromise can be reached, if in fact the US can give up some of these demands, because some of these India simply cannot meet, in return for India importing other goods from the US like aircraft or defense products or other products, oil, more LNG products. So maybe a compromise could be reached in that direction. That certainly is what the leaders are expected to talk about through this meeting here in Washington.
Well, that's right. Both the United States and India have been very closely monitoring these developments emerging from the Washington